Hello. There are a few folks that have uh, mentioned that this electric field hockey thing is maybe a bit awkward. So I'm going to go through and show a couple of things to help folks out. First things first, I'm going to go down here and I'm going to turn on field. That's going to allow me to see the electric field arrows at different points on the screen when I put these charges on. So this, they're called a puck, like a hockey puck, and they're going to try to score a goal. This puck is positively charged, but this is kind of behaving like an imaginary test charge. This puck is not creating its own electric field. These charges are creating their own field. So if I have a positive charge here and I want to get it into the goal over here, there are a bunch of different ways to do it. Um, with this field marked, I'll be able to see on the screen the fields as they go, as they're created. I'm going to put trace on also, and then I can see um, the path that the puck takes. So there are a few different ways to get this positively charged puck into the goal. One is I could put a positively charged object right behind it. I have this positive charge, I have this positive charge. Positive charges, like charges, repel. And we see all of these black arrows that show the direction of the electric field at that spot. So at this spot here, um, but this spot here in the center where my cursor is, the electric field is kind of up and to the right. At this spot over here where the black puck is, the field is to the right and a little bit up. Down here, the field is down, right? And we see over here, the field is fainter, the arrows are fainter. That means that the field is weaker there. So this charge creates an electric field going away from the positive charge everywhere on the screen, and it would be like everywhere in the universe, but it's just weaker and weaker the farther out you go. So, um, and then if I hit start, we see this path being traced, and it's on its way to the goal. And der, cool. Uh, there we go. There's another way to do this as well. We can reset. Oh, and while we reset, this red arrow is showing the force on this charge, the force on the puck due to this red charge. So we're seeing just the force on this. There would also be a force on this red charge, but we're imagining that that red charge is anchored in and not really being affected. Um, There's another way to get this puck to move this way. The other way to do it would be to put negative charges over here. And now we see that the field is all going towards the negative charge. We make it easier to see here. So here we see the field is going towards the negative charge. If I put this negative charge back here, uh, we should get the same result. We should get that goal scored. It might start off a little bit slower because the field over here is really weak to start, right? Those arrows are really small. And that force is going to cause the object to change its velocity. But the force is always getting stronger as we get closer and closer to the object. So we see that object, we see the puck speeding up as it goes towards the goal and as it gets closer to the negative charge. There we go. Goal. So we're going to do one more version of this practice level thing just to make sure it's clear now. The positive is attracted to the negative. If I put this negative right here, we can think about what it's going to do, make a little mental prediction. Yep, it's going to speed up on its way towards it. And then it slows down because it's getting pulled back towards that negative. So now it's just going to end up going back and forth over and over and over and over. Um, and that's not going to get the job done. That I think is what happened with some folks as they were going through and doing these. When you're ready to move on, then you go down here and you click on difficulty. You can click on difficulty one, and now we have this thing in the middle, this barrier, and we need to try to get around it. So to get around it, We can use a variety of tools. I can say, hey, I'm going to use this positive charge to try to push it up. And if I only have that positive charge, then that negative charge is just going to run away scared. Um, I can try to put a negative charge to kind of pull it back down, but now I run the risk. So now we see all of these fields, right? So now this charge will push it away. This charge will pull it forwards. So it could be that it's going too fast, and this negative just barely starts to bend it up here and it goes off screen. It could be that this negative charge starts to pull it down too early and the black puck goes this way and then collides into the barrier. We'll see what happens. And we can just adjust things as we go. Again, I have field turned on and I have trace turned on. Hey, that's better than I thought it would be. And then off the screen. So now we have additional steps to do to try to get the puck to go down here. You can do that a variety of ways. You could take a positive charge and just put it right here to try to push it down. We can put negative charges down here to try to pull it in the net. There's nothing illegal about actually putting the puck in the goal, but there are a variety of ways to go through and do this. When you're done with difficulty two, when you score a goal, you do a screen capture of that. When you're done with that, you move on to level two, and then you move on to level three. And at each stage, you do a screen capture of your goal with the traced path on there and the word goal on the screen, and you're set. Um, you you should be able to get practice. You should be able to get difficulty one. Difficulty two might take some time. Difficulty three level, that's pretty challenging. And if you can't do difficulty three, that's okay, no problem. I'll give you full credit if you get difficulty one, two, and the practice shots done. Have a good one, folks.